hosting a ceremony of field awards and goals to be named the grand final, which will be starting at 7:30. The first honourable guests I'd like to bring up. Representing the region is Mark Mundo, LLC, and Mr. Philip Mundo, the President of the Minifutbol Federation.
Thank you very much. I'd like to acknowledge who is the President of the Federation. I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we gather today, and their elders of the past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge yourselves for coming out today. It's great to be here tonight. It's officially closed the 2019 Minifutbol World Cup in Perth. I'm representing the Premier of Australia and Mark Brown, who today was the next day. We're just operating government very supportive of a event like this. In such this one, as a potential to the fact, our state leaders provide a great opportunity to celebrate the transformation that will allow unity in every area. These countries are represented at the Municipal World Cup. Those who may be listening after a number of years will notice that the capacity of undergone significant change over the last few years, offering a range of new cafe bars and restaurants, natural scenery such as the park, and tourist using like the Tercera and the city, where you could take even longer satellite doing matters for Australia, which I can do. I encourage everyone to take the opportunity to explore South Perth, as well as the diverse field areas, and South Perth itself, what makes Australia great. From our perspective, I find that some countries which qualities beautiful natural scenery, there is something very wrong. I think that's the end of the advert. Finally, I would like to thank Aaron, first to the Australian Municipal Federation, for organising this great event. I wish Mexico and Brazil all the best for their grand final and win. I hope everyone enjoys watching the game tonight. I can't be honoured for their team. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. The 13 teams went to the final. In 2 hours, we're going to know the new ones to be world champion. I would like to wish both teams to enjoy the match because both of them will know when they will be final again. I would like to take time to congratulate them to make all this way to the final. I hope that they will enjoy it. And at the same time, I would like to congratulate all the two teams that are back to the WMO 2019. My next thanks is going also to the Australian Municipal Federation, going to tourism of Australia, government of Australia, all the people that are here from local staff and government staff, the referees, delegates, and definitely also to all the fans that join us during the 11 days. I would like to thank you for your coming, for your visiting of this year. I hope that all will enjoy the same enjoying evenly such a game. And at the same time, I hope that this will be a big contribution for Australian people, Federation, Australian community, to bring more people to the sport, and especially to more children. I would like to use the opportunity and to invite the President of Australian Municipal Federation around and Vice President of our network to recognize the example of their contribution and this year. Right here. your right. And I just like to support the meeting that I can personally give this certified to a head of Australian Minifutbol Federation. At the same time, I like to use this opportunity that we have evolved against the level of Ukraine to serve all the first layer of city of Kiev, the city of Ukraine. And I like to use the opportunity because Kiev is next city that will host the World Cup 2021 to welcome it here. And also to give rise of the World Cup 2019 and express my really great thanks to him and to all the city that they giving the whole obligation to host the World Cup 2021.
Good evening. I just want to thank all the community from Perth that came to the event, and also all the international people that came from around the world just to come and play this event. And not only to play, but to support it, watch it, and get behind all these teams and countries. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the event, and I hope you enjoy this grand final that is Mexico versus Brazil. That I know is going to be an amazing night. So we're going to be playing for a few minutes, but go ahead, let's enjoy it. Have a good night.
Here at Langley Park, where the rain is falling, you can see the countdown and you can see the WMF World Cup. It's waiting to be awarded either to Team Mexico or Team Brazil. It is beautiful, even though it is rain-soaked. The two clubs are about to take the field. Pre-game ceremonies have delayed the start of this one, but we will be back in just about 4 minutes with Mexico, Brazil, and one match to determine the WMF World Cup champion. Days of international competition, 64 matches. It comes down to this. One game, 50 minutes, and the WMF World Cup to be decided. It's Team Mexico, it's Team Brazil, it's an all-Pan-American grand final from the westernmost dot of the world. Perth, Western Australia. The rain is falling today in Perth, but the intensity is going to grow. Brazil and Mexico, two teams littered with major arena soccer league talent. Only one will lift the WMF 2019 World Cup, you've found the right place. This is the grand final. My name's Craig Elston. It's my pleasure to be your commentator for this tremendous match between these two tremendous teams. Let's hear the national anthems of Mexico and Brazil. Teams, each of which have gone 6-0 in this WMF 2019 World Cup. One of the two will take their only loss of the tournament tonight, and it will be the most bitter pill that they could possibly swallow. Will it be Team Mexico? Will it be Team Brazil? We're about to find out. Craig Elston with you. Let's bring you the lineups for these two great teams. We'll begin with Team Mexico, which has had a definite change ever since the round of 8 in net. Bernardo Valdovinos has taken over as the full-time keeper. We expect him to play all 50 minutes and any extra time needed tonight. His backup is number 30, Diego Reynoso. The rest of the lineup: Raimundo Contreras, Cristian Gutierrez, Guerrero Pino, Carlos Poma Hernandez, Miguel Vaca, Cesar Serra, Brandon Escoto, Moises Gonzalez, Daniel Villela, Edgar Torres Gonzalez, Ismael Rojo, Iran Pollo Ruiz, and Luis Piwi Ortega. One name to keep an eye on there, number 10, Brandon Escoto, suffered an ankle injury, got kicked in the ankle. He's been worked on all day long by San Diego Soccer's trainer Paul Savage. He will play tonight. For Brazil, they alternate keepers. Luan de Aquino, number 1, starts the first half. Number 18, Rainer House, starts the second half. The rest of the team, Arthur Martins, Renan Manini, Thiago Goncalves, Yuri Oliveira, Gustavo Elia, Enrique Garcia Roca, Rafael Sixel, Leonardo de Oliveira, number 10, the top player for Brazil. Luan Silva has been actually showing a lot of MASL executives a lot of great play. The number 11, Pablo de Silva and Ricardo Carvalho. That's your lineup for Brazil. Neither team has had the opportunity to warm up on this field tonight because of the rain and the closing ceremonies. Keep an eye on the following factors. How will the rain affect play tonight? Brazil has played nothing but day games in this tournament, and they've played in nothing but good weather. While the Brazilians, as I've called most of their games, have been wearing flat shoes, essentially regular tennis shoes, I do see many of them have brought out cleats for tonight. How will the field affect the footing? Who will slip less, Mexico or Brazil? For Team Mexico, we talked about it. Number 10, Brandon Escoto. Is he healthy? Is he effective tonight? Who scores first? Brazil has shown pressure defense. That's what has led them through this undefeated run in the tournament. A team that is mostly known for their creativity and their attacking style has instead committed to a high-pressure defensive stance. Will Mexico be able to break that pressure tonight? If so, what happens to the Brazil defense? So many fascinating questions to be asked and answered as we put a fresh clock up. 2 25-minute halves, extra time if needed, to determine the WMF World Cup champions. Brazil, under their technical director Thiago Coutinho, in their classic colors. Yellow tops, blue shorts, blue socks, green numbers. They'll run left to right across your screens. Mexico in black, trimmed in green and red. They will run right to left. 2 25-minute halves. The first half is just about ready to begin to conclude 12 tremendous days of competition. Earlier tonight in the third-place match in penalty kicks, it was Romania claiming third, defeating Hungary. But the true champion will be crowned here. For Team Mexico, on the field to get things started, Escoto, Ortega, Edgar Torres Gonzalez, Iran Pollo Ruiz, and Guerrero Pino, with, as mentioned, Bernardo Valavinos in net. For Brazil, as expected, Luan de Aquino. They're not going to change the style. It's going to be one keeper per half all the way through. Aquino is out there with Goncalves, with the captain, number 3, Manini, with Leonardo de Oliveira, with Luan Silva, and with Rafael Sixel. Officials giving the teams and players a couple of minutes here to get a little bit comfortable. Brazil said, come on, let's kick the ball around a bit. But now we're down to 1 ball, and now we're down to business. We had to tell Brazil to stop warming up because it's time to play. A steady rain falling on Langley Park in the Black Pearl Capital Arena here in Perth, Western Australia. Brilliant weather for all but 2 days of the tournament, last Friday and on this Friday night. Brazil will stand over the ball. Thank you so much, wherever you're watching worldwide, for joining us for the grand final of the World Minifutbol Federation. And before we begin, the officials have a word for the Brazilian keeper, Luan de Aquino. And the word is you can't wear a black jersey because Mexico's in black. So they need to find a different color for de Aquino to wear. And it looks like they're digging out a green jersey for him. So by Mexico not coming out in the green or the white jerseys, but coming out in the black. Luan de Aquino was forced into a different fashion choice. He's found a green jersey. So it seems like a small detail, but it's one that matters, and it's one that's in the rule book. And we're ready to go. Mexico and Brazil. The whistle sounds. We're underway. It's Thiago Goncalves. Leonardo de Oliveira, one of the best foot skill forwards, top targets in the world when it comes to the sport of small-sided football. The arena game or mini football. Luan Silva slipping on the turf and called for a foul on the turf, conceding a possession to Mexico in the opening minute. Technical director René Ortiz of Team Mexico has led his team to this grand final in 2015 and 2017, each time coming up short, once to the U.S., once to the Czech Republic. Now facing Brazil. Edgar Torres Gonzalez, nice cut, stays in play. Ortega trying to find the ball. Instead, it's Luan Silva with a chance to break with Rafael Sixel. Sixel will shoot, blocked by Pee-wee. Or de Oliveira now. Leo's shot blocked by his teammate in San Diego, Brandon Escoto. Back to Leo, and Brazil possesses. Manini finding Silva, who will shoot it into the beer garden. Bernardo Valdovinos giving himself the sign of the cross with the soccer ball in his hand. And he is ready and restarts and sends it into the midfielder Carlos Popper Hernandez. Ismael Rojo, one of the youngest Team Mexico members, just 23 years of age. Valdovinos looking where to go, and he sends it back to Cesar Serra, one of the top defenders in the Major Arena Soccer League. These two teams are almost entirely comprised of players from the North American MASL. Here's Moises Gonzalez. His shot blocked by the foot of Arthur Martins, out of bounds. And they will say Moises had the last touch and give the goal kick to De Aquino. Long ball forward, right into the waiting arms of Valdovinos. Great turnout here at Langley Park. A lot of folks bringing their ponchos or umbrellas, but they didn't want to miss the grand final. Out of bounds. This one will be a throw-in for Mexico. Rojo back to Cerda. 8 members of the San Diego Sockers of the MASL and their head coach and assistant coach. Speaking of René Ortiz and Victor Melendez. So a group of 10 Sockers on Team Mexico. Leonardo de Oliveira, a soccer as well. That's the only MASL club guaranteed that they will have a member of the World Cup champions on their roster. Here's Popper. Silva steps up and steals. You can see the water on the field as Popper re-steals. Popper moving in. Left wing. Vaca. Captain Clutch. Vaca turns. Needles one off to the right. Cerda's going to take the shot too high. We mention him, and we'll always mention him, as you see one of the top goal scorers in the tournament, Moises Gonzalez. Miguel Vaca, number 8. Captain Clutch. He's scored the game winner in the round of 8 and in the overtime semifinal. Here's the chance for Silva. Ray Contreras was there to defend. Torres. Back to Contreras. Here's that high pressure. Brazil with 4 players on defense on the attacking half of the field. Cerda. Back to Valdovinos. This has been Brazil's look ever since they played Team USA and beat the United States 2-0, essentially setting the terms for the knockout round. Brazil had the easier half of the bracket. They cruised right through. Mexico has had to face 3 of the top teams in the bracket. Here's Silva. His shot! He hit the post! Still alive! Back to Luan Silva. Right post, or Brazil can be celebrating now. 5th minute underway, and Brazil looking good early. Here's Pablo da Silva of the Tacoma Stars of the MASL. Longtime indoor veteran. And Martins will send it back to the keeper, De Aquino. Now Pablo. Silva is off. Stepping in for Brazil, number 6, Yuri Oliveira. Here's Roca, Enrique Garcia Roca. And past Oliveira to an unguarded sidelines, out of bounds to Mexico. Silva with the post shot. Valdivinos was down and out. Here's Barana. The rain has gotten slightly more intense. This was a day of clouds and occasional showers throughout the morning and the day here in Perth, Western Australia. And it truly wasn't until about a half hour before kickoff that the skies opened up. And it has not stopped since. Steady rain. Here's Luis Pee-wee Ortega. Pee-wee, still Pee-wee. Left-footed shot! Aquino the save! Torres! Blocked by his own teammate Pollo into the air. Torres will head it back to Guerrero Pino. One great chance for each team now. Here's Torres coming through. Roca is able to dispossess. Enrique Garcia Roca to Pablo de Silva. Now on attack. It's Oliveira. He slips and falls. Counter-attack. Play on, they say. Torres falls. And the whistle sounds. Edgar Torres Gonzalez not happy with that foul. Had a word for the man who contacted him. And that was Roca, who brought him down. No carded foul. Just a free kick. You're going to hear the national chants for Mexico and Brazil. They've got two spirited fan sections. The flavor of this one is going to be delightful. Torres hot early. Heard what he needed to hear. And now Mexico with a free kick. Luan De Aquino, the Brazilian keeper, with the first big save of the match for either team. Unless you'd like to count the right goalposts save for Mexico. Pino stands over the free kick, the captain of Mexico. Pino rolls it off to his Soccer's teammate Pee-wee Ortega. Across the field, it's Torres. Edgar Gonzalez, give and go, but the ball slipped off Pollo's toe and out of bounds. And baseline 1-2 has been an effective tournament strategy for Mexico. Here's Roca. Roca blocked by Pino. Out of bounds, corner kick. Quickly played to Pablo. Back heel. This shot is well wide and high. Valdivinos will kick out. 8th minute of action, first half. 2 25-minute halves in mini football. Popper works it back to Rojo. Valdivinos. Looking, surveying, distributing. Curving ball. Edge of the box. Jumping in front was Brazil to deny the entry pass to Moy. Moises Gonzalez will throw in. He threw it in right off the foot of Martins. Out of bounds again, this time a corner kick. They'll say throw in instead of kick. Rojo dries off the ball and throws. Looking for Pollo point blank. Almost the first goal of the game. Strong throw in. Touched by Brazil on the way through. In the estimation of the field officials. And Mexico will try it again. This time a corner kick. It's Popper. Plays it out to Rojo. Steps and shoots. That shot blocked by Ricardo Carvalho. Berna to Pollo. Pollo to Cerda. Cesar Cerda, Ismael Rojo. Mexico possesses in the 9th minute. Mexico has a very patient, methodical style. They like to break teams down with possession. They like to limit the opponent's ability to change on the fly by holding the football. Valdivinos finding Vaca. Celebrating his 44th birthday today, Miguel Vaca. Will he do it with another opening or cinching goal, as he has done in each of the last 3 matches? Here's Popper. Popper. Dispossessed. Carvalho Fell and drew the foul against Popper. Ricardo Carvalho, MASL star, been with Harrisburg, been with Florida. Roca now, working it back, Tiago Goncalves. Roca to the left sideline. Sixel on a give and go. Tiago Goncalves back to Leonardo de Oliveira. Turning Martins. Arthur Martins across. Roca. Now it's Sixel. Sixel through the block of Cerda. Ball squirted to Hernandez. And Popper gives it back. Valdovinos, long ball forward. Moises Gonzalez. Here's Moy. Here's Moy to the left foot. He scores! Primero to Mexico as Moises Gonzalez does it again. Moy's 8th of the tournament. 1-0 Mexico, 10th minute. A lovely left-footed crack. Valdovinos will get the assist. And Mexico scores first. All at the start of the 11th minute for Moises Gonzalez, his 7th goal of the tournament. And impressive that Valdovinos picks up the assist. Some pressure shown by Brazil. Torres back to Contreras. And this is a dangerous ball. Silva stepped in. Here's Carvalho. Make it Manini. Leo Valdovinos, a big save. Leonardo de Oliveira, low accurate shot inside left post. And Berna is there for the stop. Corner kick to Brazil. They'll throw it out. Goncalves. Now Manini. Wearing that captain's armband, pressured. They work it around left side, Leo. Never afraid of a double team, Leonardo de Oliveira. Now stepping through and falling, Silva. Foul call. Vaca not thrilled with that one. As we watch Silva essentially fall on his own. Wasn't touched, but Silva drew the call and the free kick that results. 1-0 Mexico. Moises Gonzalez, left-footed, upper left corner. Que crack. Leo goes for glory. Blocks out by Contreras, punted away. Goncalves. Manini in the rain. Back to De Aquino. Lifts it high and long down the field. Headed down by Contreras. Vaca will play it back to his defender. Pino turns to look. Guerrero Pino. The warrior. Here he comes. Pino. Tipped off his toe by Tiago Goncalves, out of bounds to Mexico. We're past the halfway point of the first half. Mexico in the 11th minute. Moises Gonzalez. High into the left corner from the low left wing. A left-footed strike for a 1-0 lead. Here's Leo on approach. Leo sees that ball squirt through. Villela got a touch. Valdovinos comes out and just kicks it all the way down the field. Chested down by De Aquino. Manini. Goncalves. Long ball, diagonal's going to miss everyone. Field is holding a lot of moisture. You can see it, I'm sure, on your close-ups on television. As every time the ball is bringing up a spray when it's driven on the ground. Here's Moy. Gonzalez, a stamp the right foot. Gonzalez around two. Had to keep his run going, and he wound up going out of bounds. If he takes the shot at the very top of the box, he'd have a shot at two, including a shot at the Golden Boot in this tournament. Andre Pedera of the Czech Republic had 9 goals. Moy now with 7. Here's Valdovinos. Brandon Escoto playing, but he's been limited so far after taking that hard kick to the ankle. And right there, you can see a little bit stubborn in his movement. As Silva falls, Mexico possesses. Pee-wee back to Berna. Pee-wee out in space on right wing. Silva marks him. Brings it through, looking for Gutierrez. Kicked out. Corner kick to Mexico. Lovely touch there. And if Gutierrez can get a boot on it, Mexico might have opened up a multi-goal lead. Now a corner kick to try and accomplish the same task. 15th minute, driven low and stopped by Leo. Moises steals it. Moy back to Gutierrez. This shot high and off the back fishnet. Scramble changes for Mexico as Pee-wee and Gutierrez come out. Rojo and Pollo in. Now here's the step through. It's Silva. So shifty. Left-footed shot blocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick. So Brazil with an opportunity on a set piece, looking for an equalizer. Played out high, Pablo da Silva. Here's Luan Silva. Silva shoots, blocked by Cerda, out of bounds. Throw into Brazil. It'll be Oliveira, Yuri Oliveira, drying off the ball, sending it through the box, untouched and harmlessly out of bounds. 16th minute winding down. Moises Gonzalez in the 11th minute. The lone goal so far tonight, 1-0 Mexico. Berna. Watching, waiting. Cuts the ball back. Here comes Brazil on pressure with Yuri Oliveira. Valdivinos is looking for a seam in that pressure. Rojo. Back to Berna. Berna says, go in the corner. I'm going to play you the ball in a minute. Instead works it back to Pollo. Iram Pollo Ruiz. Berna. Carvalho is on pressure now. Ricardo Carvalho. Back to Berna. Valdivinos has 3 Mexico players running around the box. Now Ruiz checks into the midfield. Cerda doesn't have a pass for him. Pollo's got it now. 2 men come to him. And again, that patient style by Mexico. Keeping the ball in the back. Cerda. Tiring out this Brazilian team. Berna with the bending ball. Cerda tried to step through Roca with the dispossession. Keep this in mind, because last Friday saw inclement weather, including heavy wind, that postponed 3 matches. Brazil, as a result, is playing their 6th match in 6 days. Whereas for Mexico, it's 4 in 4. And we will see if with René Ortiz's tenacious possession style, if that will lead, as he predicts, for the final 10 minutes of the match to be Mexico's to control. Right now, still anybody's game at 1-0 Mexico. 18th minute. Roca sends it forward. Carvalho got shrugged off the ball. Torres brings it down. Goal scorer last night. Edgar Torres Gonzalez, foul called on Pablo. Free kick coming for Mexico. And Torres, who was barely bumped, referee was playing an advantage there. Mexico fortunate to get this free kick. You understand why Pablo is not happy with that call. Daniel Villela had to sit out the semifinal after yellow card accumulation. The number 15 of the Harrisburg Heat, the Tijuana native. He will take the free kick. He will play it high. It's Rojo, his shot. Backheel try! Creeping toward net. Not enough steam by Torres to score a beauty. Now, here comes Carvalho! In the air! Over the crossbar! And Valdivinos is taking a hard kick to the right leg and requires attention. The Mexican trainer Chabo is out. We see it again. And it was slightly off camera there, but Valdivinos taking a hard kick to the leg. They've put they're using the numbing spray, the magic spray as we call it, but Valdivinos pounding the turf in agony. And you wonder, this man who's been a bedrock in net, is he going to have to come out of the grand final? He looks like he's in extreme pain. Let's watch again. Hard collision with the shin. It looks like, oh, on the close-up. Yeah, not great. San Diego Soccer's trainer Paul Savage out to help as well. He was the Team USA trainer, and as the Soccer's trainer with 10 Soccers on staff, once Team USA was eliminated, it's kind of natural for Savage to offer his considerable talents. But now, Mexico's Diego Reynoso may become the new spotlight player in this match. The great goalkeeper of the Monterrey Flash, who helped lead his team to the MASL final of the Ron Newman Cup this past season. He's been benched the last 2 games, and it looks like Reynoso will be called upon to try and win the WMF World Cup, as Bernardo Valdovinos is badly hurt. He's still down. You hate to see it. Carvalho offered a gesture of saying he's sorry to Raimundo Contreras, and Conte kind of looked at him like, what do you want me to say? So a disappointing injury from Mexico's perspective. Reynoso is clearly going to come into this game as Valdovinos remains down and in need of attention. A serious injury in the WMF World Cup. After watching the replay multiple times in the truck, suspicion could be ankle or Achilles. Boy, you'd hate to have an Achilles injury on a wet turf like this, because that's the type of injury that, as the MASL is about to begin their preseason, could end Valdovinos' season before it begins. But we do not want to speculate from the gantry. We have no true medical information. But when we do get an update, and yes, Valdovinos can put no pressure on his leg. He gets a round of applause, but he has to be carried off the field. A devastating circumstance for Team Mexico, but this is why you bring 2 goalkeepers to the WMF World Cup. Because Diego Reynoso now is Johnny on the spot. He's the man of the moment. Valdovinos is done. Reynoso, this game will rise or fall on the number 30 in net for Mexico. Things to know about Diego Reynoso. The best goalkeeper in this tournament with his feet. Very controlled, very smooth. Not great on low shots, good on high shots, great with the ball. A very calm player. Reynoso brings that tranquilo to the defensive position. And now Diego Reynoso, who probably had that bittersweet feeling of I'm a competitor, I want to play, of knowing he had sat the last 2 matches. Now he is in, and he is in for presumably the rest of the match as Valdovinos continues to be looked at by paramedic officials. Looks like a splint is being applied to Valdovinos. Did he, and our truck speculating Achilles? I wonder. You can see them working on him on the sideline. 1-0 now. We're going to have significant stoppage time added to this clock, of course, which is already in the 24th minute, thanks to the Valdovinos injury. De Aquino's pass forward, knocked down. For a moment, Torres had it. Silva turning on the ball. Very talented Luan Silva. Coming forward is Martins. Arthur Martins, his shot blocked by Viella. All the way back to Aquino. Thought the ball was going to hop to him. He tracks it down in the corner of the field. Valdovinos is in agonizing pain down on the sidelines as I just keep an eye on him. His chest is heaving. He's grabbing the legs of those near him for support. Side of the net. Sixel just misses a golazo. That ball almost Valdovinos tucked into the upper left corner. And through 3 defenders, Mexico caught ball watching Sixel. That was a difficult angle. 25th minute. 1-0 Mexico on the Moises Gonzalez goal. Gutierrez trying to bring it down out of the air, out of bounds. As mentioned, significant stoppage time will be added. They're about to make that. It's 4 minutes of stoppage time added. Pino battling in the corner. Thiago Goncalves gets it back to Leo. Here comes Leo, stepping to the middle. Soul rolling to the left. Leo through 2. Reynoso on the ground to make the save. Reynoso. In the first 4 matches of the WMF World Cup, Valdovinos and Reynoso alternated, very similar to the Brazil style, half by half. The change was made for Czech Republic. Reynoso to Moises Gonzalez, now Popper Hernandez. Cesar Cerda. We're in stoppage time in the first half. There's another 3 minutes and change left in this half. Gonzalez high in the air, but that header's well out of bounds. And Valdovinos is still on the ground. Loande Aquino to Thiago Goncalves. 27th minute now. Silva. Kicked out by Popper, but conceding to Brazil. Carlos Popper Hernandez not happy he didn't control that. Now Popper on the challenge. Back to Luan Silva with Martins low. Silva, nice ball fake. Trying to step to the left foot. Flicks the ball in the air. Kicked out by Popper. Reynoso says, look out. Martins had an elbow up and near my head. Corner kick. Back to Luan Silva. That shot blocked. Popper on the run. Counterattack. Is it on? Popper got tripped up. Foul call. Trying to shovel that ball through a defender, and he's triggered a counter. It's Leo. Leonardo de Oliveira with teammates bracketing him from the soccer, Cerda and Gutierrez. Leo steps around the 2 and finds Martins up high. Martins straight away. Right angle, it's Silva. Luan Silva with a little lefty shift. Martins tried to shoot. Blocked by Pee-wee. Leo steps. Fakes once and twice. Leo left-footed try. Blocked by Pee-wee out of bounds. Leo will throw it in. Sends it back to Goncalves. 28th minute. 3rd minute of stoppage time, first half. Silva working his way forward. Silva. Nice tuck. Left-footed shot blocked. Christian Gutierrez was there. Throw in Silva. Back to Goncalves. Now to Leo. Here's Leo. Working. Rolling in the middle. The give and go was pushed past Leo on the 1-2. Back to Silva. Silva, very shifty, but he lost the ball. On the steal, Gutierrez. Here he comes with Popper to the right. Gutierrez! That shot megged through Goncalves, but De Aquino saw it and made the save. Now here's Leo. Final minute of the first half. Leo, 1 shot blocked, 2nd shot wide. And Reynoso will dig this one out from behind his net. Just seconds left in the first half. Reynoso. This one will squirt out of bounds. They continue to work on Valdovinos, and you have to suspect that this was a very serious injury. This one in the air, knocked down Pee-wee. Still a chance for late magic for either team. Pablo trying to turn. Pee-wee did well to interrupt the play. Thrown back. That's the halftime whistle. We're at the half in the WMF 2019 Grand Final. Moises Gonzalez from Bernardo Valdovinos the goalkeeper, in the 11th minute with a lovely left-footed golazo into the upper corner for the lone goal of the contest. Valdivinos suffers a major injury. Diego Reynoso has taken over. 1-0 as we show you that goal again. The distribution to Moy, the cut right foot to left, and the strike into the upper corner of the net. A thing of beauty for the Utica City FC striker for his 7th goal of the tournament. Will it be the finals winning goal? We have 25 minutes left to play to determine that. Craig Elston with you from Perth, Western Australia. We're back with second half action next.
apoyó.
Some tremendous local flavor. Traditional dance ceremony. The didgeridoo is out. Halftime is complete from Perth, Western Australia. The Black Pearl Capital Arena in Langley Park. 1-0 Mexico leading Brazil on Moises Gonzalez's goal in the 11th minute. Mexico suffering a devastating injury in net. Their starting keeper, Bernardo Valdovinos, still being attended to off the field in the far corner with what appears to be a major leg injury. So Diego Reynoso has taken over in net. There you see Team USA's Travis Pittman watching the action and taking in the rain, which is settled down, by the way. Steady rain throughout the first half. And it is at least on pause or down to a light mist for the start of half number 2. Brazil changes in net as well, but this was expected. Rainer House, who has played the second halves of all the matches, is in for the second half of this one as well. And the next goal in this game could be a determiner. Mexico and Brazil. Several of the Mexico players going over to offer a quick word to Berna, who has been in writhing, agonizing pain over there, being attended to by EMT officials as well as trainers. I have a feeling that a trip to the hospital is quite unfortunate in Berna's future. But we are back underway. The WMF World Cup at the end of this half is coming out. Who's going to grab it? Mexico or Brazil? Brazil runs right to left across your screens in this second half. Mexico left to right. The long ball blocked by Rojo. Mexico has been on top when it comes to the blocked shots in this game so far. Pablo da Silva over to Roca. Brazil looking for the first, which could open up their confidence and change this game entirely. Oh, House and Pablo collide. Torres is in on net. Torres from the boundary played it back to the middle. Martins was there to keep it away from Irampoy Ruiz. Back to Reynoso. Pino will roll it back to his keeper. This is what Diego is terrific at. Calm with the ball, smart decisions. Waiting, the left footer. Bending, this one headed, but Pino, smart play by the veteran Guerrero Pino. Read that ball was going to come off of Oliveira, and instead of running to it, he stopped to be able to trap it when the ball bounced off of the Brazilian. Ismael Rojo now. Rojo, long run. Rojo cuts to the middle. Torres! Torres has it. It's Torres. Torres again. 4 men around him and he backs up. It was a great run by Rojo. He's out for Contreras. Now Pollo. On the boundary, it's Popper. Popper trying to go back to Pollo. Oliveira punts the ball in the air out of bounds for a corner kick. Good buildup by Mexico. There you saw Torres, and it was all Brazil could do to just stay in front of him. Lovely ball by Rojo to set him up. Should be a corner kick, and it is. Popper will have to send this one with the foot. Torres, left-footed shot, blocked out of bounds. Back to another corner as Carvalho was there for the block. In the air. Here's Conte. Conte! Almost had Segundo. Lovely try for Ray Contreras. Just missing the angle. 1-0 Mexico still. Biggest crowd of the tournament for the grand final. Even through the rain. This ball hops to Oliveira. Oliveira stepping through 3. Ball squirting and it's behind him. Now it's Pablo. Pablo down low. Carvalho. Taken away by Tercera. Out of bounds for a corner for Brazil. Carvalho tried to meg Tercera. The lid was on the nutmeg that time. Corner kick coming. Driven off the post! 2 posts for Brazil tonight. The one touch by Carvalho. And the soccer gods look on and laugh. 29th minute, 1-0 Mexico still. Reynoso. This ball came through everybody to Rainer House. Oliveira. Yuri Oliveira. Stolen. Cerda with Torres in the middle. Cerda sends Torres to the wing. Edgar Torres Gonzalez through 2 players. Keeps the ball for the moment. Foul called. Ticky-tack. At times, we've seen the sport of mini football be extremely contact averse. Other times, you see the more free-flowing game you expect in the North American version. That right there was what I'd call a mini football whistle. Barely a touch. Cerda setting up the wall. Moises Gonzalez is checked in. He says, Cerda, don't worry. I'm the big kicker. I got this. Moy. On net! Wide. Kick and strike, and I tell you what, Moises Gonzalez is brimming with confidence right now. The number 11 for Mexico feels every shot is going to be a goal. Emergency medical technician still working on Bernardo Valdovinos on the sidelines. Here is Contreras off the steal. Viella had to turn to face. Now he's going to send Cerda in. Cesar Cerda surveying the defense, plays it back through Viella. Reynoso says, tranquilo. I got this. Reynoso gave it away. He doesn't have it. It's Roca. Roca on attack. Deflected. 6L. It was going wide, but Reynoso was there to grab it anyway. Good idea. And for Reynoso, known for that distribution skill, that was an error. This one sent just right to House's waiting grasp. He'll spin it out to Manini and get it back. Under 20 minutes to play in the grand final. Mexico trying to break through. The 2-time finalists stopped at the door each of the last 2 cups. Here's Manini, deflected out by Cerda. Mexico wants to take the final step tonight and earn the country's first ever Mini Football World Cup. Brazil coming forward. These 2 teams met in the 2015 semifinals, with Mexico winning. That was played in Chicago, Illinois, in the US of A. 32nd minute now. This has been a quick moving half. No real stoppages yet. So we're looking at something close to a true clock right now on your screen. Reynoso looking for Moy. Gonzalez stays with this ball. Over the top of the tall man, Manini. Moy plays it back to Guerrero Pino. Biwi to Reynoso. 6L is in on defense. Moy, chest and trap. Gutierrez back to Popper. Christian Gutierrez playing second forward. Runs it back to Reynoso. Again, that calm possession style. Remember, Mexico wants the last 10 minutes to be against a tired team. That was a giveaway by Pino. Leo throws in. Tiago Goncalves. Leonardo de Oliveira falls and draws the whistle. I'm just going to put it out there. Brazil needs either number 10 or number 11 to score. Leonardo de Oliveira or Luan Silva. These are the creators for Brazil. Can they come up with a moment of greatness in the World Cup final? It's probably what's needed for Brazil. Silva's the man on the ball from the right boundary. De Oliveira is lurking on left wing. Silva, Leo, here he is. Leonardo de Oliveira. Back to Silva! Blocked out. Corner kick. Smart play. And Moises Gonzalez got ahead on that one. Back to Leo. Leo. Leo! Save, rebound! Kicked off. The touch by Reynoso. Double save. Diego Reynoso in relief. Silva. Silva with 3 men around him. The shot blocked. Spinning ball. Goncalves finds Leo. Leo with his teammate from San Diego, Pee-wee Ortega, hounding him. It's like an exaggerated version of the San Diego training ground out here, but only with a World Cup on the line. Rainer House will walk it up for Brazil. Goncalves, Manini. The big guy, Manini, shoots. He hits the outside of the net. Out of bounds, goal kick to Reynoso. Again, we look at the double save, the punch, Silva the head, and look at that. Reynoso getting that right glove extended to deny the equalizer. Great work by our show screens camera crew. Here's Edgar Torres Gonzalez. Skidding was Pollo, tracking the ball down Viella. Back to Rojo. Under pressure from Silva, sends it back to Reynoso's waiting foot. Right-footed distribution now. In the air. House over the top of Torres to punch it out of bounds. Throw in to Mexico. Viella finding Pollo. Iram Pollo Ruiz. Pollo turns back to Viella. They'll work it through the back line. Rojo to Pino. Pino has his outlet in Reynoso. Sixel is coming in charging. High pressure shown. Now the long ball. Torres got a touch but couldn't control. And the ball rolls in to the keeper, Valdivinos, who has been stabilized. He's at least texting. Probably telling folks what happened. Such a devastating injury for Mexico. This ball comes sailing into the crowd and almost got me, but they missed. 15 minutes to play in the grand final. 1-0 Mexico leads. The Moises Gonzalez goal in the 11th minute, holding up so far. Now, errant touch. Leo was on pursuit. Pollo on the second effort got it back to Reynoso for the long ball. In the air, as House and Torres went at it. The ball missed everybody out of bounds. Quickly put back in play by Rainer House. Over to Luan Silva. Now Pablo Di Silva. Pablo. Leo. Into the middle. Off of the leg of the intended attack. Now as Viella and Leo down, and Leo holding his leg. Ball out of bounds. Leonardo de Oliveira in discomfort for Brazil. Took a hard tumble. And I think it's the elbow that's hurting on Leo right now. That right elbow, although he grabbed the left calf. Leo's back up. He is, as we call him in San Diego, a Brazilian bull. He is tough. He is also not happy right now and thought that should have been a carded foul. Had some words for the official on his way off. Torres back to Popper, out of bounds. Good to see that the rain at least stopped and fans have a great opportunity. Yellow card shown to Popper for delay. Not sure if what we just watched was the reason for the card or not. Nonetheless, Popper gets a yellow card. One more and he'd be taken off the field. Here's Popper. Of course, the yellow card accumulation not an issue anymore as we have reached the final stop on the train. The grand final. Popper sends it toward the Brazil net. House has it. Quick rollout to Pablo da Silva. Now, Yuri Oliveira. Sixel. And House. Coming up to midfield, Rainer House. Pablo da Silva now. As he ranges wide, the ball's on the right boundary. Stepping to the middle, Sixel. Now Pablo. Pablo curving it. Missing everybody. Ricardo Carvalho wanted that one played to his head. He's very emphatic, the number 7 of Brazil. But that wasn't the right choice. 12 minutes left in the grand final. A 1-0 lead. Could it possibly hold up? You can't imagine. Now a yellow card shown again for delay to Contreras. These aren't the kind of cards that Mexico wants to pick up. Two in the last 3 minutes, and neither involving a contact play. Contreras will throw in. Dries off the ball. Faked that he was going to throw it deep downfield. Sent a slow roller. Reynoso under pressure. And that one out of bounds. Boy, Reynoso, who I've told you is calm under pressure, he played that out to the bitter end, didn't he? In the air. Diego's got it. Reynoso with the left-handed strong arm. Gonzalez tried to hold and then release on that ball after being fronted, but it was out of bounds. Brazil pushing for an equalizer in the 40th minute. It's Roca. Roca. Stepping on the ball with his left foot. Back to Pablo. Looking for Oliveira. Contreras was down on the ground to win it. Great ball. It's Viella. Viella! Save! Rainer House! Biggest save of the night for Brazil. 2-0 would have looked like a death blow to the Brazilians. Thiago Goncalves. Roca. The shifty Roca. Now, Thiago trying to track this ball down. Had to accelerate to run up on it. Back to Roca. Errant touch off of his toe. As we see Rainer House. Great job cutting down the angle. Popper took the hard strike. And Rainer just got in the way. Great goalkeeping. Contreras to throw in. He's going to send it to Popper. Back to Reynoso. The final 10 minutes of the WMF World Cup are here. Gutierrez. Cut it back to the middle. Popper. Now it's Torres. Torres shoots! Oliveira took it off the line. Leo now. Under pressure, a foul. And Brazil will go again. Still alive. Thanks to the hustling defense of Yuri Oliveira to take that sure goal away. Silva. Deflected by Gutierrez out of bounds. 42nd minute. The tension ratcheting up here at Black Pearl Capital Arena. It's Manini in the air. The big guy couldn't get his head on it. Good idea. Up high, but wide. Reynoso pressed into service tonight. That one, Pee-wee Ortega keeps it alive, but Yuri Oliveira jumped up in the steal. Pee-wee runs from behind. Great pressure defense to take it away. And Pumper kicks it into the crowd. Here's Rainer House. The 42nd minute walks off into the rainy Perth night. Minute 43 of 50 is here. 1-0 Mexico. The slimmest of leads, the binary score. Oliveira, Thiago Goncalves. Brazil has been looking more dangerous. Leo, the man who can do it. Yuri Oliveira could not get a touch on that ball for a one-time strike. Mexico did get a touch. Out of bounds, corner kick. Across! Looking for Manini. And he couldn't put that one on frame. Reynoso's waiting. And then he'll grab the ball. That was technically exactly right and somewhat comical in his delivery as well. There was ever a deadpan crouch. That's what we just saw. Torres now from the corner. It's Pino. An absolute rocket, but wide. If the captain had scored there, they could start polishing the cup. Next goal is going to, if it's Mexico's, determine this thing. If it's Brazil, it's going to change everything. The drama of mini football playing out right in front of your eyes here on the WMF Facebook page, 11 Sports USA, streaming worldwide on Twitch on the 11 Sports Next channel. Rainer House from center circle to the right boundary. Luan Silva. Silva stepping to the left foot. Silva protecting, shooting, blocked by Moy. Moy chips and House has it. I regretfully inform that some of the Mexico fans are using a terrible pejorative that they're trying to get out of world play when the goalkeeper touches the ball. And they've gone 6 attackers. Brazil has taken out Rainer House. They've gone to a 6th attacker, Roca. Here's the shot on the right boundary. Save, rebound. Reynoso lost it for a second, got it back, and took one in the eye. We see it again. And got touched in the face. Now Reynoso is down. House is coming back in until Brazil regains possession. No trainer has checked on Reynoso yet because everyone's still around the other injured keeper on the sideline, Valdivinos. It's a sign of how bad the injury is, by the way, for Bernardo Valdivinos, that they've never moved him from where he is currently as paramedics continue to look at him. So you know it's a major leg injury of some sort. But for Reynoso, who had all the time he wanted to recover there, more of a scratch. 5 minutes plus perhaps a minute of stoppage left. We're in the closing stretch of the WMF World Cup 2019. Reynoso punts it forward. Leo in the air, knocked it down, but out of bounds. It'll be a corner to Mexico. A light rain is back, dripping the field as Ortega will take the corner kick. Here's Pee Wee. Pollo dancing around back post, but that ball's going to miss everyone and go out of bounds. Yellow card on Pablo. Brazil very upset. And all 3 yellow cards have had nothing to do with fouls so far tonight. Pee Wee will throw in. Pee Wee sends it. It's Gutierrez. His header was blocked by Leo. Had the seam for just a moment. Could have been a handball called as well. Pee Wee throws it high. Pollo headed away. Mexico up by 2. Gutierrez scores the biggest goal of his career for his country. And Mexico can start to celebrate. There you see the singing and the dancing. Can Brazil answer quickly? 6 attacker, Roca is out, goalkeeper's out. That shot blocked. Out of bounds, Pablo to throw in. Under 3 minutes to play. Mexico up a pair. Oliveira kicked out and over the roof of the VIP stands here in Australia. A yellow card shown to Mexico's bench. Some very unusual yellows being shown, and Mexico is furious. Contreras just got that one on the bench. Basically 4 argument cards or delay cards in this game. And now it looks like the head coach Rene Ortiz may get one as well. A red card! Rene Ortiz, the head coach, has been sent off. And the coach is going to have to watch from outside the arena. Well, the official had had enough, clearly. Didn't want to hear it. Now we're back to play. Roca, Pablo, Silva, Pablo, Leo. Turns and shoots. Just missed. Putting it under the crossbar. You can start to see the frustration on the Brazilians' faces. They know that time is running out. They know that they're about to be bled dry by a Mexico team ready to take the final step and become WMF World Cup champion. Under a minute in regulation now. Mexico can feel it. Brazil has no answers. It's Roca trying to send it forward. Pablo finding Silva. Silva to Roca. He'll take a shot. Blocked by Pee-wee. Pee-wee's got an open net. Pee-wee couldn't get his head on the ball. Pollo can. He's got Gutierrez in the front. It's Pollo. It's the goal! It's Mexico! Mexico will be the World Cup champions! Pollo does it! And they're going to hug Bernardo Valdivinos on the sidelines. The injured keeper will celebrate a World Cup championship. Pollo's 5th goal of the year. 4 minutes stoppage time have been added. 4 minutes until Mexico is the World Cup champion. Silva comes forward. It's Leo. Brazil wants one before the night is done, but Roca misses frame. The electricity here as the long chip. Oh, Roca denies a 4th from full field. The rain is falling, disguising the tears of the Brazilians. For Mexico, it'll be tears of joy. Pee-wee to turn it in. And he'll just kick it out of bounds. 3-0 Mexico. This, the clinching goal. Gutierrez, right place, right time, back post, tap in. Leo, the Mexico chant ringing the stands at Langley Park. The rain falling harder now. Roca, Goncalves, Brazil out of time. Silva, shooting, missing. And the songs are raining down, and Guerrero Pino is asking for him. Says, let me hear ya. Reynoso, high in the air, headed Goncalves, headed to Leo. Leo will never stop attacking. It's in his bloodstream. Goncalves, Leo. Leo slips. Pollo tried to jump on it, out of bounds, but touched last by Leo. It'll be Mexico's ball. Feels like the parachute's been pulled for Brazil. They know they are helpless to the result now. Reynoso kicks it high in the air. Under 2 minutes to play of stoppage time. Gutierrez, this long shot blocked by his soccer's teammate Leo. Rene Ortiz must watch from the sidelines, but the Mexico technical director has built a program unrivaled in the world. His team beat the United States 3 times in exhibition play, came to Australia, put it all together, an undefeated and perfect run, 3-0 in group play, 4 wins in 4 knockout stages, growing increasingly confident. Gutierrez in the air. Pollo in the net! Pollo! No, 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 no! He's done it! The celebration is on! 6 goals in 7 matches. And Pollo in the arms of Gutierrez. Those two have combined for the last 3 goals. All over but the final whistle now. And we're waiting for it. Back to Roca. Just seconds left. Roca says, forget about it. We're all done. Handshakes. Final whistle. It's Mexico. The 2019 WMF World Cup champions. Viva Mexico. 4-0 your full-time score. Will they allow Rene Ortiz back in the field? They do. Rene is out there. Guerrero Pino points to the heavens. Mexico has done it. Their first WMF World Cup. Twice they knocked on the door. This time they open the door and come blasting through with a dominant victory. Bernardo Valdivino still in pain on the sidelines, but now he's crying in joy as well, as Mexico dances in the rain. Winners of the WMF 2019 World Cup. What a scene from Langley Park. And guess where the team's going? They're all going to Berna. Here they come to embrace their fallen keeper. Of the word. The Mexican players, they travel together, they eat together, they share every meal together, they work as one. And now they don't even feel the rain. Victor Melendez giving a hug to the birthday boy Miguel Vaca. What a present he received tonight, a cup. Trophy presentation upcoming as Mexico celebrates a 4-0 victory. Credit to Team Brazil. An outstanding tournament. They were not expected to go as far as they did. They beat the United States to claim their group. They ran through the bracket. They got to this night, but it was Mexico's tournament, Mexico's night. If you followed us over these 12 days in Australia, you've heard me tell you all the way that Mexico was the top team, that they were the team together, they were the team to beat. They beat the defending champions, they beat everyone in their path. And the celebration is on in earnest. The hardest rain of the night is saved for the celebration. Just heard from downstairs, Valdivino suffered a broken leg, which is terrible. In a weird way, it's better than an Achilles injury. It means Valdivino's full club season may not be over. Los campeones de Minifutbol, México. Let's take a look as we wait for the trophy celebration with the highlights of this grand final. The game-clinching goal in the second half by Christian Gutierrez, when his teammate from San Diego, Leonardo de Oliveira, unwittingly headed the ball right to the attacker's toe. Kiwi with a great throw-in. And the celebration was on. The hugs abundant. The breakaway goal. Pee-wee and Pollo teaming up, as Pee-wee did on the second and third goals, picking up the assists. And putting it home to put the game to bed, but he would have one more before it was over. And a great job by Pee-wee Ortega. He played a spectacular tournament for Mexico all the way through. Pollo, who had an injury-plagued year for the San Diego Sockers, looks like he's in perfect form. And there, the finisher. As Pino sent it from Gutierrez to Pollo. Christian Gutierrez, goal and an assist. Iran Pollo Ruiz, 2 goals. Luis Pee-wee Ortega, 2 assists. Bernardo Valdovinos, an assist before suffering a broken leg. Diego Reynoso takes over in net and made all the saves he had to for Mexico to win. And now the pictures of celebration. When you win, you feel like a kid again, and they're out in the slip and slide having fun. The Mexico flag waving just below our gantry position. The World Cup is out on the field, and soon it will be awarded to the champions. A night that got contentious at the end. 4 yellow cards and a red card, all of which were for dissent, delay, or argument. Rene Ortiz, the head coach, red carded off. And now they're going to pick up, broken leg and all, Bernardo Valdovinos to have him be part of this ceremony. How devastating for Berna to have won the starting job. But Mexico will always remember his incredible efforts in the round of 8 and the round of 4 to get his team to this position. Injury forced him to leave this game, but he is a champion nonetheless. And look, Torres has a sombrero out. The definition of rallying around an injured teammate. And the shouts of campeones, you can hear it. They are the champions. Los campeones de Minifutbol. Viva Mexico. The last 2 Mexican team members wanted to get over to be a part of the team picture. Joy in the raindrops. Assistant coach Luis Jaime Borrego is addressing the crowd. Now you see Brazil. What an incredible tournament for Brazil. You hear Mexico in the corner microphone, but you see the team manager for Brazil, Coutinho, talking to his team. They have nothing to be ashamed of. Brazil made a dramatic run. They were not expected to be a finalist in this tournament. The Czechs, the United States considered higher rated. However, tonight, Mexico was the dominant team. Tonight was their night. It was close until it wasn't. 3 goals in the last 6 minutes to pull away as Mexico is the champion. Just about time for trophies to be handed out. Head coach Rene Ortiz allowed back on the field. The referee red carded him. Has nothing to say now. All smiles from these Proud jugadores. Villela and Gutierrez. Christian Gutierrez had a very tough club season last year. Lost a lot of confidence. I think he is feeling about 7 foot tall right now with the essential clinching goal. Moises Gonzalez's goal was the game winner. Goal 1 was all they needed in the end. However, the sombrero has been put on the World Cup. Oh, is that gorgeous or what? And then the official said no. Torres had the ball. Brandon Escoto is FaceTiming his family back in Tijuana. Tears of joy for Escoto, who could not bring it all tonight, but did manage to play despite a badly injured ankle suffered last night. The ceremonies will begin shortly from Langley Park in the Black Pearl Capital Arena. Kudos to the great staff here in Western Australia. The WMF organizers did a tremendous job, but if it wasn't for WMF, or Aussie Minifutbol, pardon me, the Australian Minifutbol Foundation, this tournament wouldn't be possible. Rene Ortiz getting drenched in the rain. He got a shower nonetheless. The head coach is the champ. We'll be talking to all of them down on the field a little later. If you follow the San Diego Sockers on Twitter, you can catch all of those interviews, or Instagram. As the coaches might catch cold tonight. Chabo getting drenched. Victor Melendez. Danny Villela is running around with a flag and a sombrero. Coming out on the field, Team Hungary, along with Romania. The other semifinalists, Romania winning in PKs to take 3rd place. The scenes of joy as the sombrero gets passed around. The medals are all arranged in the rain. Cesar Serra and Pee Wee Ortega are exchanging hats. The only thing that could possibly dampen this celebration is rain, and I don't think it's having any effect. And how about these first world celebrations? Everyone with their cell phones out, FaceTiming back to Mexico and the United States. Absolute jubilation. But I'll say it again, this is a team that works as a team, Mexico. I visited their team hotel last night. Everyone together, everyone pulling for each other. When you hear La Familia, what you see on the field is what happens when a team becomes a family, when a collection of stars becomes a collective. And Brandon Escoto has a lot of passionate words to send back home. I give a lot of credit for Brazil standing and taking it, because it's not easy to watch a celebration that you know you had been dreaming of every day for the last 12 days. The teams are getting lined up for the official presentation of the semifinalist medals, the finalist medals, and the World Cup. Consider the path that Mexico had to take. They were not given an unusually difficult group. In fact, I'd say they were given a group that they knew they could handle. It did include Eastern Europe's Moldova, a team that made it to the round of 8. But after sailing through, beating Somalia 11-2, beating Switzerland 10-1, in the knockout stages, Mexico took it to a different level. They destroyed Tunisia in the opening round 7-0. But then, as tough a path as imaginable. The defending champions, the Czech Republic, the 2-time European defending champs, the defending WMF World Cup champs, takers of the last 3 major international trophies, they had to face the Czechs in the quarterfinals, the round of 8. A presumed World Cup final. As it turned out, it kind of was. A 2-1 win that night when Bernardo Valdovinos took control of the net, made dynamic saves for Mexico, and had the assist on the game-winning goal. Then a 2-1 win in overtime, extra time against Romania, with Miguel Vaca scoring the thriller in the 58th minute. Let's head down to our PA announcer on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys and girls who have done a fantastic job. Over there, we will go on there, put the on the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys and girls. World Minifutbol Federation.
So put this one down and then you're going to put
I apologise if I get your name incorrect over this evening. The board staff, Alexander, will give you a round of executive member for the world. Very easy. He's going to present the award to all our match officials. So thank you very much to all our match officials over the 11 days as well. We appreciate everything that you do. In no particular order, please bring up Alexander Kostanov from Bulgaria, Caesar Agustin Romania, Rodrigo Nero of Switzerland,
A nice tradition as the tournament officials all get an opportunity to sign a game ball in addition to receiving their tokens. Two MASL officials, Graham Florence and Fernando Pena, just being honored right there on the screen.
Thank you very much. And now I want to bring up, please, Mr. Brian Rogan, Vice President of the Australian Football Federation, to present the award to the leading goal scorer.
Thank you.
And the winner goes to Orly Perth from the Czech Republic.
With 9 goals scored in the tournament. Moises Gonzalez almost got him. picking up his 7th in this one, but here's Padena to receive the award, the leading scorer in the tournament.
Thank you very much, Ron. I'd now like to bring up the Secretary General for the World Minifutbol Federation, Miss Tercera. Presenting the award for the best goalkeeper of the events. And it goes to number 1 from Mexico,
Reynoso will take the trophy to give it to Berna. And Diego says, I'm showing the number 1 because it's for the player wearing number 1. Reynoso, however, picks up the win in this game, coming in for Valdivinos in relief.
And the winner for the player of the tournament goes to number 11 from Mexico,
Moses Gonzalez is the player of the tournament. Moy deserves it, to be sure. So many big goals for Mexico. 13 points in 7 games for Moises Gonzalez. And Moy is named the top player in the WMF World Cup 2019. What a glorious honor for the man they call Moy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the 4th place team to the WMF World Cup 2019 in Australia. To the captain of Hungary, please come up to get the award for a game to Brian Rayburn. Let's welcome up the captain.
Hungary, the 4th place finisher. And their fans still have the horns.
Well, now I'd like to bring up Mr. Peter Clark, Vice President of Minifutbol Federation, assisted by Mr. Vital Sigurna, Vice President of Minifutbol Federation, to present 3rd place. I'll read the names. Number 1, so please come up when you know his ball. Number 1, Florida, Matek, the goalkeeper. Number 2, Ryder, the captain.
It's Romania being called up one by one to collect their 3rd place medals.
Number 6, Alibu. Number 7, Sebastian Basil. Number 8, Lucia Uga. Number 9, Ryan Malicki. Number 10,
Isn't it strange how a 3rd place medal feels slightly better than the finalists medal for 2nd place?
Number 22, Shakira. Number 23, Rajan Alexru. Number 33, Andre Ali. Number 76, Rajan Klein. To the coach, Virgil Rindaru. To the team manager, Dan Maru. Marek Labu, Iron Odegas, another coach, the Jewish Island, and Alita Titus. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3rd place in the WMF World Cup 2019, Romania.
Congratulations to Romania, beating Hungary in PKs earlier today to win the 3rd place game. Now, an always bittersweet moment, the finalists' medals. It'll be Brazil, the runners-up. It's nice of the players to have formed a sort of a youth soccer victory tunnel for everyone to come out. Juice boxes and bananas are waiting on the other side. And a chance for Romania posing with the third place trophy to get underneath the backdrop. They wanted to, and they were told no. See ya. That banner doesn't say third place finalist. It says champions. It's only good for one team. Now it's time to present the finalists' medals.
Number 2, Rafa Martins. Number 3,800, Rina Marini. Number 1, Diego Corneli. Number 6, Yuri Oliveira. Number 7, Renato George Santos. Number 8, Henrik Rocha. Number 9, Rafael Sitchell. Number 3, Leonardo. Toronto. Number 11, Luan Silva. Number 12, Pablo Silva. Number 13, Cascado Laura. Number 18, Ryan Ruiz. The assistant coach, Rodrigo Amara. Trinidad. Rico. James. The coach, Thiago. Assistant coach, Hudson. Marcelo and the other season coach, Thiago. Brazil. To present the champions, the Minifutbol president of the Minifutbol Federation, and season 1, Mr. Miguel Barron, president of the Australian Minifutbol Federation.
Time now for the champs.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions have done their World Cup here in the Perth, Australia 2019. Please Mexico. Tercera,
There's just one step left. It's the one that every player dreams of, to be handed the World Cup. Fernando, the head of the Selección Minifutbol Mexicano. A very proud man going in to celebrate with humility. And here comes the cup. It'll go first to the captain, Guerrero Pino. Mexico rises above all. The world champions of Minifutbol for 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my true pleasure to bring you these sights and sounds over the course of the past 2 weeks through 64 matches and concluding with this grand final. Going to shut off the mic now and we'll bring you the rest of the pictures on the way out. Thanks to our great show screens crew here in Western Australia, unparalleled with their professionalism and with the images they've been able to bring to you from October 1st through to today. All these teams will now be heading to their various corners of the world, but we'll never forget the 2 weeks we spent in beautiful Perth and Western Australia. A glitter cannon has been fired. Luchadores, la fiesta es aquí. For all of the members of our tremendous broadcast crew, my name's Craig Elston. Thanks again for tuning in. Congratulations to Mexico, champions of the 2019 WMF World Cup. The 2021 World Cup will be held in Ukraine. Maybe we'll see you there. Until then, for a final time from Perth, Western Australia, Craig Elston signing off, saying thanks and congrats to the champs. The World Cup is going back to Mexico, 4-0 the full-time score over Brazil. And now, as we show you the highlights of this tremendous grand final, we say so long from the land down under.